Hello, welcome to my Swing Trader Trading channel. Do you have a portfolio of mid-cap and small-cap stocks that you started at the beginning of 2023 that's up 40%? Well, I do. Let's take a look. Today is April 29th, 2024, and we're here to talk about CANSLIM Model Portfolio changes. Here on my live scorecard, you can see my 6 model portfolios. The one that's up the most is Quant Alphas, up 92%. But the one we're here to talk about is CANSLIM Growth, which is up 40% since the beginning of 2023. And the benchmark it compares against is BSMAX, up 16%. Let's take a look at the spreadsheet. If we go back in time, so from the beginning of 2023, you can see that initially the model portfolio was behind its benchmark, stayed that way for a couple months. In March it was break even, and finally in May it went ahead, and it stayed ahead since May all the way to present day. This is the live number for the portfolio, and this is also the benchmark. Let's go take a look at the portfolio itself. CANSLIM Growth. Here you can see on the left side is where I do my calculations of how much the portfolio is up, how much the benchmark is up. It gets the numbers from this area. Here's the active positions, and as an example, here's one that we just added, which is Nordstrom. We're going to take a look at that later. And over here is the closed positions, or audit trail. And in this area, I show the ones that were removed. I believe there's 6 of them. You notice that a couple of them have a pretty good profit. One is AMAL, which is Amalgamated Financial Corp. And this particular company is a bank regional. Another one is NSSC, which is up 128%. And that one is NAPCO Security Technologies. And this particular one is Security and Protection Services. Here we are looking at the new ads. There was 6 of them altogether. They're over here. The name is American Mobile, Nordstrom, Norwegian Cruise Lines, Paysign, Patterson Companies, and Vera Mobility. The type of stocks that they are communication services, 2 consumer cyclicals, a healthcare, industrials, a technology one. And looking at the market cap, one of them is definitely a small cap, Paysign, and there's several mid caps here, as you can see, and there's also a large cap, AMX. And looking at the volume is 118,000 for Paysign. It goes all the way up to 9 million for Norwegian Cruise Lines. Now let's look at the ones that were retained. I believe there are approximately 14. I'm not going to go through the names because there's too many. Let's look at what type of stocks they are. One is communication services, 2 consumer cyclicals, one is energy, and it looks like we have 5 financial services, and industrials, real estate, 3 technologies. And likewise, market caps vary quite a bit. You have several small caps here, a few that are kind of in between small and mid, a few mid, and all of these are mid caps. There's no large caps in this group of retained ones. And looking at the volume, the lowest volume is International Money Express, 103,000, but it's a $21 stock, so that's not too bad. And it goes up from there, steadily increasing here to 3 million for Pacero Digital, or PAGS is the symbol. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to the portfolio and do a little overview. So this part here describes the portfolio, the criteria, but we do cover that in the blog post, so I'm going to skip that for now. These type of stocks are generally 2/3 small cap stocks with 1/3 larger than small cap, mostly mid cap. The turnover is around 30%. BSMAX is chosen as the index fund compared to. Type of stocks have very good liquidity. Constraints have been modified to make sure that the criteria for selection only passes through investable stocks. A backtest was done on this portfolio over the IJR small cap and MDY mid cap benchmarks. And in 18 of the 19 years tested, it was better than these benchmarks. and it largely was even with the benchmark in 2018. And when the portfolio outperformed, it was usually by a wide margin. The best year was 2013 when it was up 46%. The BSMAX index does not go back to the year 2004. The backtest for this portfolio is very consistent. It didn't really have any years where it underperformed the benchmarks. So that's a good thing. So let's take a look at the blog post, which was just posted about the changes to CANSLIM Growth Model Portfolio. Here's the post here. CANSLIM Growth Model Portfolio was updated this weekend. Added 6 stocks, removal of 6 stocks, as we just went over. A total of 20 stocks are in the portfolio. CANSLIM Model Growth Model Portfolio is up 40%, 24% ahead of its benchmark BSMAX. The portfolio is made up of 19 to 22 stocks. Criteria used is the CANSLIM approach. CANSLIM represents the 7 characteristics that top performing stocks often share before making the biggest price gains. If I could just take a quick look. It is a formula formulated by William O'Neill. He has a book, How to Make Money in Stocks, a Winning System in Good Times or Bad. I guess he wrote it back in 1953 initially. He made money with this. A lot of people have used this same system and have made money, and I'm adapting some of the principles to use for my portfolio. I don't use all the characteristics that he names in his CANSLIM approach. Some of them are subjective, and some of them I can't backtest, but I am using fundamental criteria, which will include lots of information about the earnings per share and the data related to earnings per share, return on equity, and sales increase. Here's what we added this time. I already covered that. Here's the removals. I mentioned that already too. Noteworthy active transactions include CSWC, which is up 40%. Removed were NSCC, which we covered already. It was up 128% since the addition in October of last year. AMAL, which we covered, was up 53%, and it was added in June of last year. You notice that CSWC was added about a year ago. It's been in the portfolio quite a long time. This here is the portfolio detail. We already covered that. It's my YouTube channel. I did make an index change for benchmark on this one. I explained it here in the blog post. Basically, I reviewed the transactions that were closed since the store went live in 2023. And I realized that I had more mid-cap transactions in there than I originally thought I would have. So rather than use the IJR, which is a small cap index for comparison, I decided to change it to BSMAX, which has about a third of the stocks, its stocks, in the index mid caps. Now what that does, the IJR small cap benchmark was up 11% since the beginning of 2023, and the BSMAX was up 16%. So what that'll do, it'll make the comparison between my portfolio performance, which is 40%, look a little less good, because it became comparing against the benchmark at 16% instead of 11. But it's the right thing to do, so that's why I'm making the change. Here I always like to review the performance of my other portfolios. My Quant Alpha is my number one at 92% since April of 2023. And here's the CANSLIM approach, up 40%. Here's the new benchmark we're comparing against, up 16%. I have backtests for the CANSLIM growth here from 2004 against both IJR and MDY. As you can see, it's a wide outperformance. Some of the other benchmark, portfolio backtests are here, and you can see them on my website. To summarize, the portfolio is up 40% since the beginning of 2023. We removed high outperformers, MAL and NSCC, and the benchmark was changed from IJR to BSMAX. Thank you. If you'd like more information about my website and how I pick my stocks for my portfolios, you can click on this link here, Criteria for Stock Selection, and it will cover what's excluded, the fundamental data used, equal weighted starting value, dividends, and backtests. And if you would like to get the latest
updates in my model portfolios as quickly as possible, go to my website and subscribe. It's free. Thank you. Hello, I guess that wraps up the video for today. I hope you got some value from it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And if you did like the video, give me a like. And also make a comment if you feel you need to or want to talk about something. Thank you.